Hello, everyone. This is Old School from WhatTheBuck.net with day 2 of this crazy free agency period. Sorry it wasn't put up last night, but essentially the big splash for us was Quincy Black was signed to a 5-year contract. Looks like it's going to be about $29 million with 11 and change guaranteed. Quincy obviously has moved around. Sam linebacker. Raheem got pretty creative with him last year, moved him around. He was instrumental in the 3-3-5 that, generally speaking, didn't produce any results. But Quincy's one of those guys who looks the part. It's just going to be a matter of whether or not he can actually get it done on the field. He was fourth, I believe, in the team in tackles last year, so he certainly puts up some stats. The question becomes whether or not he can become an impact player. And for that kind of money, you do expect him to be an impact player. It does set a bar for other linebackers from a money perspective. And with Paz signing in Jacksonville and all the speculation around Barrett Ruud, it leaves us to wonder what's going on at the Mike linebacker spot here in Tampa. So this is going to be very interesting because it does set one of the dominoes in motion. Now, in other news, Daquan Bowers signed a contract as well, which is terrific. That gives us Bowers and Claiborne under contract, as well as Foster and Hardy. Leaves us Gator and a couple of the other guys that we need to get into camp, but we haven't had a holdout for quite some time. I expect Mark to get those things done. Given the fact that today is Thursday and the camp is going to open tomorrow night, there'll be a walkthrough, I assume, in the afternoon for the media, and then there'll be an actual camp session for the public at 5:15 that I'll be attending. I do expect to see a flurry of activity today. Now, across the league, and I know a lot of Bucs fans were wondering what was going to happen with some of these players, guys like Reggie Bush, according to Pro Football Talk, it looks like he's going to the Dolphins, which will take him out of the speculation for the third down back role here in Tampa. Additionally, it looks like Babin may be going to the Eagles, which is one of the guys that we had kind of looked at for a defensive end vet. And then the last one looks like Namde, who a lot of Bucs fans are clamoring for here in Tampa. Looks like he may be still a primary target for the Jets, who have some room under the cap as well, which would give them quite a duo at cornerback. So I know a lot of Bucs fans are out there clamoring. They want to see some big splash in free agency. I would implore you not to look for spend just to spend, and rather look for fit and logical move, because as Mark Dominic pointed out in the press conference yesterday, or I guess it was yesterday, you've got to be prepared not just for this year, but to build something that goes for more than a year, right? I know that a lot of people will point to the Super Bowl year and say, yeah, well, we went out and got some key free agents, plugged them in, and then bam, we were in the Super Bowl. It's not as easy as going to Publix and going to aisle 4 and plugging in a 15-sack defensive end, and magically we're going to go to the Super Bowl. There are no guarantees, and this is a team that wants to build itself for longevity. They want to be a team like the Steelers, like the Patriots, that can compete year in and year out. Now, the longer in the tooth Buck fans will go, yeah, well, we had that back in the Dungy era. We just couldn't get it over the top. And they don't necessarily have to be mutually exclusive. So I happen to be a fan of the way the team is building right now. I don't think we need a big splash. I still think Ray Edwards is an interesting move, as far as bringing in a vet on the defensive end position to help these guys out, because I know we do platoon them. But realistically, there was a great article by Roy Cummings today about the 5 things going into camp. The first 2, pass rush and rush defense. And then I think number 5 was to evaluate the health. We got to find out whether it really is Ben is healthy. Cody Grimm, we had a lot of injuries last year that hurt us, the same way the Packers did, right? They overcame a lot of injuries. We got to see how healthy these guys are coming in. Is Daquan Bowers ready to go full go? Is Brian Price really healthy enough to just go into cardio, drop some weight, and be ready to go make an impact, which we'd hoped he would be able to do last year? A lot of questions. If you're here in the Tampa Bay area, the training camp schedule is public. You don't need tickets this year. Get out there and see these guys participate in camp. It's a good experience. I think you guys will like it. If you want to hear more discussion about the Bucs tonight, we have our live show at 9 o'clock at whatthebuck.net/listen-live. You can participate in the chat room and be part of the action, as well as we discuss any signings and activities that go on throughout the day-to-day. Additionally, if you are local, we had a meeting last night for our tailgates, which are going to be amazing this year. If you don't know about it, check it out on the site at whatthebuck.net. I wish I had more news to report, but I don't. That's it for now. We'll be back again with a report tomorrow. Thanks.